There we go.
Oh, unmute.
So this is our last Sila Sunday for the season. We'll possibly resume some in some form or another in the spring, but for the winter retreat period, we're gonna take a little bit of a break from that. And if people are in the area who want to take precepts, they're welcome to come here, especially at the meal time if they're offering a meal, to request precepts. And you can do this as a group or an individual here at the monastery or Vihara. So you can contact us via email or on our calendar, or mailed on our calendar.
info@pasadivihara.org for the email.
Okay. So Aya Nyanika is going to offer the precepts there, and we have a friend here who will be requesting them. Oops, share screen. Just a second, I need to
share screen for those people who are on YouTube.
Yeah, I've got to do the share screen for.
You go up to the plus.
Yeah, I didn't get that ahead of time.
If you go to it frequently, you can just put in refuges right up here and it'll show up. But okay, refuges.
I thought you were going to get your computer up.
Oh, sorry. I have it right here and I spaced.
Yeah, because I'm not pinned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
just my
go back to that one. And then up here where you see the dark band.
Okay, there we go. So now we're going to share for those who may be on. There we go.
All right, let's go ahead and start.
Sarena Sampa Samani Cha Jutiampi Maya Sarena Sampa Salani Chama Tatiampi Sarena Sampa Salani Chama.
So I'll say Namo Tassa 3 times and then you'll say it 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa
And then we'll do the refuges line by line. Bhutang saranang gacchami. Bhutang, back over. Sorry. There.
Bhutang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi Bhutang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi Bhutang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi
Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi Sangha Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Buddha Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Sangham Gacchami.
Tisaranaгаmanang Nititang. This completes taking the 3 refuges. So we'll do the precepts. We'll do 5 today. I'll say the Pali, you repeat the Pali, and then the English. Panatipata veramani sikapadang samadhyami.
Panatipata Varama Sikapadam Samadhyami. I undertake the precept to refrain from taking the life of any living creature.
Adinadana veramani sikapadang samadhyami.
Adinanda Sikapadam Samadhyami. I undertake the precept to refrain from taking that which is not given.
Kame sumicha chara veramani sikapadang samadhyami.
Namasu Vichara Sikapadam Samadhyami. I undertake the precept to refrain from sexual misconduct.
Musawata veramani sikapadang samadhyami.
Musa Sikapadam Samadhyami. I undertake the precept to refrain from false and harmful speech.
Sura meraya majapamargatana veramani sikapadang samadhyami.
Jivamatana Sikapadam Samadhyami. I undertake the precept to refrain from consuming intoxicating drink and drugs which lead to carelessness.
Imani panchasika padani silena sugatimyanti silena boga sampada silena nibutimyanti tasma silang visodaye. These are the 5 precepts. Virtue is the source of happiness. Virtue is the source of true wealth. Virtue is the source of peacefulness. Therefore, let virtue be purified.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Oh, thank you. That's lovely.
Nice to celebrate Sila.
Yes, and Anne has joined us. I'm sorry I didn't get the scrolling
Oh,
completely. So anyway, yeah, so we would be happy to continue keeping our Sila. The Sila was we take to remind ourselves to renew the precepts, just for a reminder, but it's just whether we're taking them regularly or not, we should keep them is the point. But yeah, so this is a real cause for celebration, and this is why we named this program Sila Celebration. And we're also celebrating the Dhamma and all the goodness that comes from these teachings. And I was thinking about today and what to talk about today in this final Sila Sunday for a while. I know we may be doing it in a different form in the spring, but we're just going to take a break from this for the winter retreat time. We won't take a break from our Sila, though. That's not the point. And I started thinking about a topic for today, and what came up for me is the topic of contentment and being contented and at peace. Contentment is an important quality to develop, and it appears in the Buddha's teachings and many forms. Um, Fosters a kind of happiness that's not dependent on external stimulation, and that supports us on the path. It's related to the second and third noble truths. If we're content, so the second noble truth is the first is dukkha itself, and understanding dukkha or suffering, and the second is the cause of dukkha, which is craving. So if we're content, then we're not craving, we're not wanting, we're not desiring. So for at least the time that we're content, then that dukkha may be ceased. So that's a third cessation of dukkha, of suffering, is the third noble truth. So if you see the cause, and then let go of the cause and become content, to a certain degree. It's not completely giving up dukkha, completely understand, complete freedom from dukkha, but at least the times that we are content, we can be free from craving. If we see craving itself as uncomfortable, unhappy, cause for unhappiness, and when we're content, there's a special kind of peaceful, sublime, I want to say, happiness that comes with contentment. So this is the reasons to cultivate contentment. We don't need to be slaves to craving. When we see ourselves being driven by craving, we can question, oh, do I really need what I'm craving? Or can I be happy to be with just this much? Can I be happy to be with what I have now, instead of always looking for more and more? So cultivating contentment is also bringing the awareness to the craving, and then letting go of that as much as we can. So in the Karaniya Metta Sutta, it talks about being contented and easily satisfied. So this is something we can ask ourselves, can I be content? Can I be easily satisfied? So I have some extracts from some of, they're actually verses, and I'm just going to read, that has the idea of contentment in it, and I'll speak a little bit about these. This is from the Dhammapada. It's a beautiful section in the Dhammapada on happiness. The section is, it's a book 15 in the Dhammapada called Happiness. So I'll read some of the verses from that. Let us live so very happily, loving among the hostile. Among hostile humans, let us live with love. Let us live so very happily, healthy among the ailing. Among ailing humans, let us live healthily. Let us live so very happily, content among the greedy. Among greedy humans, let us live content. So even though people around us may be hostile, and I think the alien part is the alien in mind, because we could be well in mind, whether our bodies are well or not. So happily living healthily in mind, but also the contentment, even though we're in a society where greed overtakes a lot of people's minds. It's a greed and craving is almost like for this country, it's like a national pastime or a right or something. I don't know what it is, but so we don't have to follow the crowd and just be slaves to craving, like I was saying earlier. And then I mentioned the Karaniya Metta Sutta, and I have several extracts that are translations of the first piece of the Karaniya Metta Sutta, and it talks about contentment there too. It says, it starts out, this is Ananda Jyoti's translation. What should be done by one skillful and good who has comprehended the state of peace? One ought to be able, straight and upright, easy to speak to, meek, without conceit, satisfied with little, easy to support, free from duties, light in living, with faculties at peace, prudent, not forward, and greedless among families. This is talking about the monastics, not to be too demanding. With faculties at peace. Oh, I already read that part. One should not do the slightest thing whereby others who are wise might find fault in them. And then it goes to, may all beings be happy, secure. May all beings in their hearts be happy. So this is happiness of being of little needs and easy to support and easy to be around. This is Sujato's translation of a smaller piece of that. Let them be capable and upright, very upright, easy to speak to, gentle and humble, content and unburdensome, unbusied, living lightly, alert, with senses calmed. So I think all this goes together with contentment. Is that if our senses are overactivated, we're like seeking and seeking stimulation. But if we're content to be calm and to live lightly, not accumulating too much, not wanting too much. It says gentle and humble, easy to speak to. And it's internally too that our internal speech is easy and calm. Upright. This has to do with keeping our precepts well. So this contentment is contained in a lot of wholesome, supported and supports a lot of wholesome qualities in ourselves. This is Kantipalo Mills' translation. This is a former bhikkhu, former monk who passed away maybe about 10 or more years ago. And he had translated the Sutta Nipata. And this is where this comes from, the Karaniya Metta Sutta. No, he translated this Sutta Nipata. It's in the Khuddaka Nikaya. Okay, I'm getting it mixed up. Anyway, he translated the Karaniya Metta Sutta as well. Okay, this is Kantipalo Mills. What should be done by one who is skilled in wholesomeness to gain the state of peacefulness is this. One should be able, upright, straight, and not proud, easy to speak to, mild, and well content, easily satisfied, not caught up in too much bustle, and frugal in one's ways, with senses calmed, intelligent, not bold, and not covetous, when with other folk. So this is interesting. His translation has made it a little bit broader, because originally it's for the bhikkhus, but I think we can all relate to the way this is translated here. So not being proud and asking too much for oneself, and being easily satisfied, and not like overly busy. And so this is this kind of a momentum gets built up when in our lives if we get too busy, and then we start grasping for things as well. It's like we're wanting more and more along with all that bustle, because it's easy to lose our mindfulness if we're too pressured, too busy. And with senses calmed, and it talks about being intelligent, not bold, not being covetous. This is not wanting things that other people have. So all of this is a kind of a recipe for contentment, to be content, to be calmer. It goes in this package of being more at ease and being content, and letting go of desire. And it is not necessarily desire for material things too, but experience, wanting more experience, this is a bustle and busyness. So I'm gonna finish with the from the Udana. There's some verses at the end of the Mucha Linda Sutta. Is that the Dragon King who protected the Buddha after his awakening. And it said that the Buddha it was going to be stormy, and the Buddha was meditating underneath the Dragon King's tree. And while the Buddha was meditating, this giant, like a serpent, wraps himself like around the Buddha, makes like a kuti for the Buddha out of his body, and like it's a Cobra King. He puts his hood over the Buddha's head, so the Buddha is like surrounded by this giant cobra, and it's kind of mythological in a way, but you can imagine this being that wants to protect the Buddha in his meditation, because it's going to be raining and stormy. And when the Buddha comes out of the meditation, the snake the naga. The naga is a dragon, or like a giant snake, transforms himself into a human form and stands with his hands in Anjali in front of the Buddha. And then the Buddha recites this verse. This is the story how this verse came about. It says, seclusion is happiness for the contented, who see the teaching they have learned. Kindness for the world is happiness for one who would not harm a living creature. Dispassion for the world is happiness for one who has gone beyond sensual pleasures, but dispelling the conceit, I am, is truly the ultimate happiness. So I will end there. And we can open it up for discussion. I'm gonna end the shares. Oh, I didn't.
You weren't sharing your doc.
I wasn't sharing the document. Okay, never mind. Okay, and share, I guess.
Maybe that dot up there. Yeah.
Okay, close it. Okay. All right. So
In the room or online?
in the room or online, IA, do you have anything to say about these verses or ideas about contentment?
I'm content with what you said. Maybe something will come up if people ask anything, but yeah.
Yeah, so this is the thing with meditation is that we are cultivating contentment just to be in the present moment. So we could actually do a few minutes of silent meditation if no one has a question. And so just to be content with what's happening in the moment and not seeking anything more, just being completely present. Yeah, we can't force contentment, but we can, like I was saying, notice when we are discontent, notice when we're craving. But we also, when we're meditating, we're sitting, we can be content with just being still. And content with the breath, or the body, and that's the position we're in. Content to just be here, easily satisfied. And also being at ease with the nature of the mind if thoughts arise. Just, oh, there's a thought. Being content that our awareness has arisen of the thought. Oh. And then bringing the awareness back to the breathing, to the body. Breath has a natural calming effect. Just being content with the breath. Just being content with the silence for a few minutes. So if your mind is wandered off, you can just bring your awareness back to the breath, to the body. Just being content with this moment. And now for this last minute, I invite you to just reflect back how these few moments were for you. Am I feeling more content now? Is my mind more at ease? And we can dedicate the merit. May all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings know true peace and contentment. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, how was that?
Peaceful.
Very peaceful. Do you have any questions or comments or? Anne maybe you can unmute yourself if you'd like to say something.
It was just very peaceful. It was beautiful.
Yeah, this is the thing with the meditation is that we're not seeking anything externally. And also, it occurs to me that sometimes people have a misconception and they have like some kind of a goal or a desire or something, wanting to get something out of the experience of meditation, but a lot of it is just learning to be content with just being still.
Let go into accepting the body feels like this. The mind moves like this. Yeah. And just and to be choiceful about, oh, okay. I'm content feeling the body like this. And I'm also content taking care of the body and moving just a little bit. And that it's done with that same quality of being with, easily being with, whether, so it doesn't necessarily mean there's a tickle in your throat and you just, I'm content with the tickle in my throat. It's,
That's not content.
That's not contentment. It's really like, oh, okay, there's the tickle in my throat. And the kindest thing right now, I use that a lot. What's the kindest thing right now? And I think that for it to really be kind, I have to be content with whatever answer comes up. And that answer might be, there's nothing you can do right now. Yeah, it's like this.
Contented and easily satisfied. Yeah, it isn't a forced thing like you're saying. And if you have to take care of your body, yeah, this is part of, I mean, that broad itis accepting. There's acceptance is there's like all these qualities that go contentment, acceptance, and it's accepting that this is how the body and the mind is. But then there's like if I see my mind I'm sitting and my mind is very chaotic, I can kind of nudge it in a little one direction or another, or just being kind to myself, or, oh, I'm aware that my mind is chaotic. And then, and then sometimes that awareness at least eases it or steps. Or can I just observe that this mind is chaotic? Or I see, yes, I really have this strong desire. I can see myself grasping. I can see myself or getting irritated. And then a lot of times it's being congratulating myself for being aware of it instead of saying, oh, I shouldn't be this way. Because there's a little bit of a difference. There is a difference. There's a definite difference between there's being lost in it or being resistant and saying I shouldn't be this way. And that's not contentment. But then contentment isn't letting it all go haywire either. So it's a middle way. It's just like, oh, I see, this is helpful. Is this going to help me? Oh, or compassion. Oh, I can see I am very anxious about this. I got really stirred up because a lot was going on, and now I'm sitting down and it's just all coming up because I've been so busy. Something like that. So then you just, uh, like a friend coming to you and they're all distressed or all worked up and, oh, can I give you a cup of tea and here, just be there with you. But stepping back and not just getting lost in it, like a compassionate friend, it's like, oh, well, is it really helping you when if you just keep saying the same story again and again? And I hear you've repeated yourself 5 times. This is what we do internally. We repeat I've seen myself do that. Oh, is it really helpful for me to do that now? Poor dear. And so, yeah, so cultivating a number of qualities, a kind of patience, acceptance, but also just a dedication to uh, this is a path of peacefulness and letting go and just allowing that letting go to happen by by the awareness itself, but also saying, asking oneself, am I ready to let go of this? And sometimes that helps, but we can't force it. And I think, and then there's a temporarily setting things down, you can just say, I'm setting it down, and then it pops up again, and I'm setting it down. Okay, I've set this down 5 times during this meditation. If we're sitting for a longer period of time, then these things happen. Anyway, so I've talked a little bit uh, does anyone else have a question or comment? Andy, do you have a question?
I don't know. That was just so perfect. I have been spinning around in my head all morning. It's out on a walk, and I have going through the same stuff over and over, and then I temporarily drop it, and then I come back. So this was perfect for me. Thank you so
Oh,
much. That was beautiful. Hopefully.
yeah, so eventually we do. I think, well, and that is the process that we go through, is that we do temporarily set things down. And then if it is an issue that's hard to let go of, we just have to be patient with it and say, oh, and maybe if I look at it at a different angle, or maybe it just is going to take time to dissipate. And sometimes for me, I've noticed like a certain time of day, I'm really obsessing about something, and then later on, I've completely forgotten about it.
Mm.
So then I were like, oh, okay, I'm not, I'm not always thinking about it.
Mhm.
I can let go. And this is happening less and less for me, because I did see that pattern in myself where, oh, it seems like I'm really obsessed by this, but then other times I'm not. And then a certain time of the day, I had, I was waking up in the middle of the night with a lot of anxiety, and uh, that's gotten less and less over time. It's just kind of a habit pattern, biorhythm or something like that, or there's nothing else to do than to think about something you forgot to do or something. I mean, it's just like, I don't know what it is. But then I start having a sense of humor for you start having a sense of humor too about, oh, well, is this, I was worrying about it at 2 in the morning, and then when I have time to do something about it, I forgot.
Oh my goodness. That's so true.
Yep.
So how important was it really?
Really, yeah.
Yeah, so, and if it is really important, yeah, write it down or something. I don't know.
We're just doing the best we can.
We're just
Yeah.
doing the best. So we're human beings, and the more we observe and the more we just dedicate ourselves to awareness. Awareness is a big key, and just seeing how we cause ourselves suffering. Like I was saying, that
Oh yeah.
the lack of contentment is, is desire, and when we see desire, wanting things to be different than they are, or wanting more than we actually need, or something we can't obtain. You know, how many ways do we cause ourselves suffering?
There's the phrase 7 ways to Sunday or something like that.
7 ways to Sunday?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just tell myself, whatever I'm obsessing about right now, I will not even remember in 2 weeks. It'll just, it's impermanent. It'll just disappear out of my brain.
How about, am I obsessing in a skillful way right now?
Oh,
It's a way to break it open.
oh.
Am I obsessing in a skillful way right now? And then I mean, a chuckle just comes up in my heart when I ask
What-
that
So
question.
you see, you're aware of the obsession,
Mhm.
and then, yeah, is
Mhm.
this a skillful way?
Am I obsessing in a skillful way right now? Hmm.
Is obsession ever skillful? No,
Well,
yeah,
It's
but
kind of a koan.
yeah. I know. I'm getting what.
Yeah.
The humor. It's a kind of a humorous twist on.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
If you're
So
gonna obsess, you might as well do it well, in a very wholesome way.
yeah.
I mean, because there is, I mean, there's a good application of urgency. There's a good application of one-pointedness in our practice. There are these wholesome things. And when I look, I can easily say, and this is not it. And it helps break it open.
Mm. Yeah. So that's a good use of humor. Yeah. Bringing awareness to it in a way that kind of joggles it and takes the seriousness away from.
So serious.
Yeah.
So serious.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So we all have our own little ways of dealing with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've got little things I say to myself that, yeah. I'm like, oh, now I'm thinking about food at 2 in the morning. What?
Really?
Really?
Someone would say, and there we go again, or there you go again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's lovely being here. And yeah, this is our last Sunday that we're going to have a program for a while for the winter. And but we have still, they're going to keep the Thursday evenings and the Tuesday mornings, and we'll resume something in the springtime. We might have a hybrid. This is somewhat hybrid, but we might find a venue or by the springtime to do. Uh, we don't know what will happen.
In the meantime, we're content to have a winter retreat.
So yes, it's the winter retreat time. So we hope to see you at some other occasions.
Yes, definitely. Are you looking for a place to rent? Is that what well, not right at the moment because you're very content, but
Yeah, so I'm content to be here, especially for the winter time. But we're looking at the possibility of a venue externally from here that will so we have a friend who has some suggestions, so we're going to look into it, and maybe by the spring we'll have something that we'll be
Wonderful.
doing, so we can keep okay, we just get more outreach locally is what we're looking for.
Mm.
But anyway, so we hope to see you at some other time.
Yes, I'm going to be writing my schedule and putting it on the refrigerator so I don't look at it and say, oh my gosh, I just missed the sutta study. Oh, so just I've been taking my dogs to the dog park, so I'm like, whoa. My brain is a little chaotic.
So yeah, I hope we see you on
Yes.
Tuesday morning. Yeah, that would be
I'd
great.
love that. I would love
Yeah.
that. That's wonderful. You both are doing such beautiful teachings. Really, really appreciate it.
Okay, so we can close now. We're gonna just pay respects to the triple gem. Araham Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Jam Bhagavantam Abhivade Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namasam Supatipanno Bhagavato Sangha Sangho Sangham Nama. Thank you so much for joining.